This is Edward Chalfie. I'm doing Conversations with God, and I'm playing God. Neil, it's God. Neil, in our last conversation, you had asked, for those people who can't read these books, how are they going to get back to clarity? How are they going to get back to wisdom? How are they going to get back to God? Should they return to religion? Is that the missing link? No. Return to spirituality. Forget religion. Religion is not good for you. Understand this, that in order for organized religion to succeed, it must first get you to believe in something else. In order for people to put their faith in something else, they must first lose faith in themselves. So the first task of organized religion is to make you lose faith in yourself. The second task is to make you believe that it has the answers you do not. And the third and most important task, it must make you accept those answers without question. For if you question, you start to think. If you start to think, then you go back to that source within. Religion can't have you do that because you're liable to come up with an answer different from what it has contrived. So it must get you to doubt yourself. It must get you to doubt your own ability to think straight. So the problem with religion is that if you can't accept your own thoughts without doubt, how can you not doubt the new ideas about God which religion has given you? Pretty soon you doubt my existence, which ironically you never did before. When you were living by your intuitive knowing, you may have not had me all figured out, but you definitely knew I was there. It is religion which has created agnostics. Any clear thinker who looks at what religion has done must realize that religion has no God. For it is religion which has filled the hearts of men with the fear of God, where once man loved that which is in all its splendor. It is religion which has ordered man to bow down before God, where once man rose up in joyful outreach. It is religion which has burdened man with the worries of God's wrath, where once man sought God to lighten his burden. It is religion which has told men to be ashamed of his body and all of its natural functions, where once man celebrated those functions as the greatest gifts of life. It is religion which has taught man that he needs an intermediary to reach God, where once man thought to be reaching God by the simple living of his life in goodness and in truth. And it is religion which has commanded man to adore God, where once man adored God because it's impossible not to. Everywhere religion has gone, it has created disunity. Religion has separated God from man from man, and man from woman. Some religions actually telling man that he is above woman, all the while claiming that God is above man, thus setting the stage for the greatest travesty ever foisted upon half the human race. I tell you this, God is not above man and man is not above woman. That is just not the natural order of things. But it is the way that everyone who had power, namely men, wished it was when they formed their male worship religion, systematically editing out half of the material of their final version of the Holy Scriptures and twisting the rest to fit the mold of their male model of the world. It is religion which insists to this very day that women are somehow less, somehow second-class spiritual citizens, not suited to teach the Word of God, preach the Word of God, or minister to the people. Like children, you are still arguing over which gender is ordained by me to be my priests. I tell you this, you are all priests, every single one of you. There's not one person or class of people that are more suited to do my work than any other. But so many of your men are like your nations, power hungry. They do not wish to share power, merely exercise it. And they have constructed the same kind of God, a power hungry God, a God that does not wish to share power, merely exercise it. I tell you this, God's greatest gift is the sharing of God's power. I would have you be like me. What's that, Neil? You can't be like me? That would be blasphemy? Blasphemy, that's rich. The only blasphemy here is that you've been taught such things. You have been made in the image and likeness of God. It is that destiny you came to fulfill. You did not come here to strive and struggle and never get there. Nor did I send you on a mission impossible to complete. Believe in the goodness of God. Believe in the goodness of God's creation. Namely, your holy selves.
Did I take it off? Oh, it's still going.